professional wrestling. Now, let's go ringside with former professional wrestler and instructor Les Thatcher.
Hey, Tri-State. It's time to ring the bell for another Wednesday night main event here at All Sports 1360 Homer. And in the house with me, Patrick Black, Dr. Love. We got another special guest in-house. We got two great guests tonight, D'Lo Brown from the WWF and Al Snow. But before I let Doc Love and Patrick Black turn you on to the news headlines, I want to make one comment. This past Monday night, the 14th, I think both WWF and WCW had two of their strongest programs since they've been running heads up. But I want to say this. Arn Anderson and Ric Flair put a tear in my eye and made me a fan once again. And I can't give them a higher compliment than that. Thanks, guys. I sure needed that. Patrick, lead off with the news.
All right. 21-year veteran Jim Hacksaw Duggan of WCW is resting at his Florida home after undergoing surgery to remove a cancerous tumor from his kidney on September 11th. Doctors at the Paris Medical Center in Florida removed what was described as a football-sized mass from Duggan's kidney. Duggan's emotional speech last Thursday night on Thunder hit the nail on the head and shook up many within the industry. We here at Main Event wish the best for Jim and his family.
What was believed to have been a routine surgery and only required about 1 month downtime may now mark the end of a career for 31-year-old Ultimo Dragon. Dragon has suffered an infection and several other complications coming out of his recent elbow surgery and was given an opinion this past week from a doctor in Japan that he may not be able to ever return to the ring. And at minimum, he will be out of action 6 months.
On September 9th, WCW's Giants surrendered to Long Island authorities almost 3 months after allegedly breaking the jaw of an unidentified 29-year-old Levittown, New York man. According to Christopher Peters of the Nassau County Police Department, the victim confronted the man in the dining room of a Uniondale Marriott after his match at the Nassau Coliseum June 15th. The two exchanged words, the police said, but the argument ended when the Giant struck the victim in the face. The Giant was later arraigned on assault charge and is scheduled to appear in court again on October 21st.
And with wrestling being red hot right now, the media is jumping all over the bandwagon. Spin Magazine is now working on a Bill Goldberg piece. Rolling Stone and Entertainment Weekly are also working on pro wrestling pieces. And the movie on Bret Hart and Survivor Series main event from last year called Wrestling with Shadows is almost completed. The movie will air on TV in the United States around December and will be released to video soon after that. Those who have seen a copy of the film before final edits say it is the most honest movie about the wrestling industry ever made. Hart also has a role in the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids television show.
All right. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Patrick. We've also got some upcoming area wrestling events.
Right. Thursday, September 4th, the HWA returns to Bogarts here in Cincinnati with a main event card featuring WWF's Al Snow with the head, Edge, Darren Drozdoff, former WCW Tag Champ Bunkhouse Buck, plus Bullface, Shark Boy, The Expert, and others. That's September 24th. 7 big matches in all.
And Saturday, September the 26th, Hamilton, Ohio, the National Guard Army, a 6-bout HWA card featuring the Rock and Roll Expresses, Ricky Morton, Cody Hawk, Chip Fairway, and others.
Saturday, October 3rd, HWA in Blanchester, Ohio, at the FOE Hall, a 14-man battle royal plus Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton, Kingdom James, Honeysuckle Rose, Tarek the Great, and others.
Saturday, October the 10th, Xenia, Ohio, the National Guard Armory, an HWA card with Lady Wrestlers plus Chad Collier, GQ Masters III, Shark Boy, and others.
WWF returns to the Cincinnati Gardens Wednesday night, November 18th, and we plan to have some of the WWF stars live in the studio.
Yes, we do. And while we're talking about next week at Bogarts on the 24th, hey, last Friday, guys, I was out at SFP Toys, Keith and John's place out at 5200 Beachmont Avenue, Buff Bagwell, and a surprise guest. Kevin Nash showed up for photographs and for autographs. But we want to mention this coming Thursday, September the 24th, from 4 p.m. to 5:30, again at FSP Toys, 5200 Beachmont Avenue. Keith and John are going to have in the house WWF's Edge and Darren Drozdoff. You can have your picture taken with both these guys, $10 per wrestler or $15 for the pair. But that's next Thursday from 4 to 5:30. You can call out there and talk to either Keith or John at 513-624-9113. And, you know, they got a lot of great collectibles, dragsters, Star Wars stuff, a lot of great wrestling memorabilia and merchandise. You want to check them out there. And, of course, see Draws and Edge next week. Upcoming guests next week, September the 23rd, we have Dave Meltzer, editor-publisher of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. That was the first one ever put out in this industry. And also we'll have on the air the legend of the Rock and Roll Express, Mr. Ricky Morton. Wednesday, September the 30th, ECW's Chris Candido and his lady, the former Sonny of WWF, Tammy Sitch. And some guests coming up in October. We're looking forward to having J.J. Dillon, WWF's Road Dogg, Jesse James, and we've been trying to get Ric Flair on. Of course, that will be a big one. Guys, we've got a guest, and I'd like to introduce you to him. I first met our first guest tonight less than 5 years ago when he came to Smoky Mountain Wrestling as a bodyguard for the Gangsters tag team. Determined and hardworking, he developed fast and was the first heavyweight champion 3 years ago for our HWA. Now he's made the big time as WWF's European champion, one of the bright young stars in our sport. Today, my buddy, Uptown, D'Lo Brown. D'Lo, what's up?
Thatcher, how the hell are you doing, man? What's going on?
It's you and me, baby. You know what? Having you make it the way you've made it big in the WWF, it's like having one of my own kids go up there. I'm really proud of you, my friend.
Well, thank you very much. You know, Les, I appreciate everything you've ever done for me in the business. I mean, I won my first title of any kind in the HWA. It has just been the springboard to what I've considered a very rising career, and if I can ever just go on record, and I'm going on record right now for all of Radio Land, Les Thatcher, you are the catalyst for my career. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, you're going to put tears in my eyes here, guy. But, of course, now you got that great condo down in Miami on the beach. When do I get to come down and soak up some sun?
Well, you can come on down to the nice little condo here. I'm looking over the bay. It's just beautiful down here. You come anytime you want. It's been a long time, and I've come a long way since being a gangster bodyguard. I'll tell you that.
Boy, you sure have. You know, what's up with this? You changing every week? I hear the announcement. You're living in a different European city, man.
Well, you know, I just go around. I go from town to town in Europe. You know, being the European champ, I got to represent all 148 countries over there. So I have a little villa in every one of those countries. So I'm it's my way of just representing every country there and giving a little payback to all the fans who come out and support, you know, me as their champion.
You know, I know you tore the pectoral muscle a while back. And is that still nagging at you? Still bother you a little bit?
The pecs are still bothering me. Everyone saw about 8 weeks ago on Raw, Vader splashed me on the ground without my chest protector on and just totally ripped my chest way wide back open. So I'm going to have that chest protector for about another 6, 7, 8, 9 months on.
All right, well, what's up for the nation? What's ahead for you and Henry and Owen and the Godfather and The Rock?
Well, I mean, the nation has a little trouble going on. I mean, everybody doesn't want to admit it, but, you know, Rock's kind of going his own way right now for some reason. I don't know what the hell he's doing. And, you know, me, Mark, and Owen, and the Pimp Daddy himself, the Godfather, sat down and talked about it, and we may just have to do something. As far as I know, the nation is going to be strong. It's going to stay where it is. You know, I'm going to represent Europe as best as I can. Owen's going to be the black card. You know, Mark Henry's just the world's strongest man, and Tom will just tell you, Pimp ain't easy.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think of that whole group, and you and I have talked about this in private, and I'm going to make a statement public here. As a technician in the ring, I think you're the man.
Oh, thank you very much.
You know,
I try.
Cornette and I were talking about you a couple weeks ago right here on this show, and he was saying, you know, how we had watched you grow from Smokey when you came in there. Actually, that was the first time you've been away from home except for college, right?
You're right. It was the first time I've ever gone more than, 400 miles from home, and I was gone for a long time, so Smokey was a really hard adjustment period.
But you've developed fast. We're talking about your career is barely 5 years old, and yet in the next hour, we're going to have a guy that you're really familiar with, Al Snow, who was probably the best-kept secret in the independents for a dozen years before he ever got looked at a big promotion.
For 13 long years, Al Snow has beat away at the independents, has fought, has been an underground superstar. And his time will come. It is coming sooner than a lot of people will give it credit for. He's coming soon, and when he explodes, a lot of people are going to sit up and take notice.
You're right. Listen, I'm getting the cue here for a break. We're going to come back with some callers, a special guest for you. This is All Sports 1360. Homer. We'll be right back.
The Expos
They've averaged 11,000 fans over 72 home dates. That franchise needs to be gone for Montreal. Why they still have a baseball franchise is beyond me. The fans up there could give a crap. Hell, half the people in Montreal speak French. I don't know what baseball is. What a joke. And I think they're going to get a new ballpark. Go figure.
Weekdays on the new
Go figure.
on All Sports 1360. Homer.
12 News anchors Rob Braun and Kid Andrews.
Coverage is the most serious element of what we do every day. It's what we do. It's why we come in here every day.
When breaking news occurs, I want to be able to trust not only the person who is delivering it, but the people behind the person who is delivering it.
So we must get there and get the information and get the information right to deliver it to you so you can make choices about your family on a day-to-day basis.
Keep people informed accurately.
12 News, a new generation of news. Sometimes a great day goes bad. Your plans ruined with the first drop of rain. Thank goodness for no-wait weather. Tonight, turn to 12 News at 11 to get the weather early in the newscast, so you can watch the weather and make your plans. Because we know you're busy. That's why we don't make you wait. No-wait weather, only on 12 News, the Weather Authority.
Hey, McConnell here. Interstate Truckway Incorporated, a diversified transportation company headquartered in Cincinnati, has been synonymous with the word service since 1954. Interstate Truckway Incorporated, with locations in Fairfield and Cincinnati, Ohio, as well as Wilder and Alexandria, Kentucky, has excellent career opportunities for diesel technicians, supervisors, managers, and truck and trailer repair. So why should you consider working for Interstate Truckway Incorporated? Because they offer apprenticeship and tool programs, top pay with benefits, a 401k retirement program, and uniforms. The Interstate Truckway team is made up of dedicated and knowledgeable professionals committed to providing the best service available in the transportation industry. If this sounds like the kind of team you want to be on, call Interstate Truckway Incorporated today at 513-588-6299. That's 513-588-6299. If you're looking forward to a brighter future as a diesel technician, supervisor, manager, or in truck and trailer repair, call Interstate Truckway Incorporated and call now. 513-588-6299. Call today.
If you love sports, if you only think about sports, then you gotta hear Mark Lawrence.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another Mark
Lawrence is America's most honored sports
Well,
handicapper.
the Ed has to go to the green.
He is on every week to share his picks with you on all NFL, NBA, and college games.
Let's go to our next caller.
If you're serious about winning, listen to a winner. Mark Lawrence against the spread.
Join Mark Friday at 11 p.m. on All Sports 1360. Homer.
All Sports 1360.
Homer.
If you're interested in the stock market, then listen up. This is Mitch Shapiro of Generic Trading. Call us to find out how you can use Generic's capital along with your own to trade at a rate of 8, 10, or even 12 to 1. Also, find out how you can receive the training necessary to capitalize on this rapidly changing market, taking your investing or trading to the next level. So if you're tired of losing money trading by your gut, then call Generic at 888-TRADE-57 to find out what professional trading is all about. 888-TRADE-57. And don't miss Power Trade Radio Sundays at 5 on 55 KRC.
It's Jim Rome.
If you crew Mike Piazza, you're an a-hole.
Noon to 4. Weekdays here on All Sports 1360. Homer.
All right, we're back with Wednesday Night Main Event. We want to remind all you folks out there listening, 749-1360 or star 1360 on Ameritech. And if you're out there listening to us on the webcast, you can reach us at www.mainevent.net. And our guest, the European champion for WWF, Mr. D'Lo Brown. We're going to go to the phones. We've got a special guest we're going to get to a little bit later. But right now, we've got Mark in Fairfield on line 1. Mark, you're on All Sports 1360. How are you?
I'm doing great. My name's Mike.
Well, you're right. It is. Come to think of it.
Come on, lads. Get it right.
All right. I stand corrected, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. You got a question for D'Lo?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of yours, and I never really got to see you in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, so I was wondering if you could describe your experience in Smoky Mountain Wrestling.
Well, down at Smoky Mountain Wrestling, when I first came in, I was bodyguard for the Gangsters. Then turned into third member of the Gangsters. We had wild matches, such as street fights and falls kind of newer matches all over Knoxville and Nashville, all over eastern Tennessee. So my career in Smoke is pretty extensive and just wild, bloody, actually.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we had a lot of great young wrestlers there at that time. Besides D'Lo, there was Chris Candido. Yeah, Tommy Pritchard.
The Headbangers.
Yeah, the Headbangers, right. Mosh and Thrasher.
Right.
A lot of the guys that you're seeing up in WWF right now.
If you look at the WWF locker room, it's like Smoky Mountain North, to tell you the truth. I mean, if you counted, there's probably 10, 12 guys who at one time were in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. So it's good fraternity to be a part of.
Yes, sir. Got another question, Mike?
No, shit.
Well, listen, we appreciate you listening to Wednesday Night Main Event, and keep us tuned and check back with us.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Less than D'Lo, we did have a hell of a manager down in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. He's here in the studio with us.
No, he didn't have him Smoky Mountain
But it
Wrestling.
was D'Lo's.
Huh?
He was D'Lo's manager.
But not in Smoky Mountain.
On the HWA.
HWA,
He's
right.
right here.
Yes, he is, but we're going to get to him in a minute. We got a caller on line 3. Bradley in Middletown.
Wes, my man, what's happening?
It must be you, brother.
Hey, it's all you, and it's all this wrestling show here. And I got a comment, really, and maybe D'Lo can throw his comments as well. The Ric Flair piece on Nitro had to be what I felt was probably the biggest response from any crowd, by Steve Austin, Goldberg as well. I mean, Ric Flair is, in my opinion, the most over guy in the promotion. And do you foresee a change in the type of wrestler that's going to be promoted from here on out?
Did you hear him, D? D'Lo.
Yeah.
Did you hear him?
No, it's hard to hear him.
All right, he was wondering if you had a chance to see Flair's return to Nitro on Monday night.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wish I could have seen it, but I was out on the West Coast, and I was traveling, and I didn't get a chance to see it.
It was awesome. There's no two ways about it. And Bradley was asking also, what was it, Bradley? Did you see a change in the...
Yeah, you take the acceptance of a Benoit and a Malenko now, and they've obviously been pushed up to the foreground, as opposed to seeing, it just seems to me like with this going on and WCW seeing a response from the crowd as it was, you got to think that a guy such as an Ultimate Warrior, who's not really going to be around all that long, obviously, and more of a character wrestler is going to be pushed as far as, we'll see more of a technical aspect, such as like Jim Cornette was talking about, and D'Lo is a technical wrestler, now is a champion. That's basically my comment.
See, that's some high cotton he's put you in there with those guys.
Oh, I mean, just to characterize like that, it's an honor, and brother, I thank you very much. I can't even talk, man. That's some high class to be in.
But you know what? I think, Bradley, what you're looking for is, I think you're going to see. You need a more complete wrestler. I think the reason D'Lo has been pushed the way he has is because he is a complete performer. It's not just a show. It's just not the big bumps. It's he can get down on the mat. He can hook a wrist lock. He can take you down. He can go behind. The whole 9 yards. Plus, he's got the personality. And again, that's the complete thing. And I think that's what it's going to take.
Well, just to chime in here, Les, I not to stroke my own ego. I kind of like to consider my wrestling style a blend of old school and new school, where I do the high flying, I do the high spot, for lack of a better term. When it comes time to slow it down, I can put them on the mat. I can do the reverse chin lock. I can hold them in a hold and rest for a little bit. And, once again, you can categorize, and that's the whole genre is huge respect. I thank you very much.
Bradley, is that covered for you, my friend?
I'll tell you what, I think that'll about do it.
All right, great.
Thanks for everything, Les. Thanks for having the show on, everybody.
Hey, Bradley, thanks for calling, and thanks for staying tuned to Wednesday Night Main Event. We've got another caller on line 1. Hey, Gary from Delhi.
Hey,
from All
what's up,
Sports.
Thatcher?
Hey, it must be you, man.
Hey, I just want to say one quick comment to you, Les.
Yes, sir.
You're the man. I love your wrestling show, and I think you and Patrick are awesome.
Thanks.
Is Patrick in the house?
He is in the house.
Hey, Patrick, how are you tonight, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I just want to say you guys are an awesome team together. I don't think Vinnie Mac and Jim Ross have anything on you guys, man.
Yeah, they do. They have paychecks on us. That's true. You got a question?
I have a question for D'Lo Brown. Hey, D'Lo, I've been watching you since your appearance in the WWF, and I love the way that you kind of left Rocky Maivia in the ring with The Undertaker and Kane. But I got a question, man. When are you going to go out on your own and give Rocky the smackdown and let him know what D'Lo's cooking?
Well, let me just say this. For myself, D'Lo Brown is kind of finding his own little niche in the Federation. And when the time comes, D'Lo Brown will set it on his own, and he'll give the smackdown a lot more than The Rock. He's going to smackdown a lot of guys in the World Wrestling Federation. We've got to start now as the European champion, and little steps. A big milestone, and I'll be stepping up soon.
Well, I just want to say I really like your style, and I think you're an awesome athlete, and I want to say thanks for giving me your time tonight, man.
Well, thank you for calling. Thank you very much.
All right, I'll see you later. Have a nice weekend.
Hey, Gary, thanks a lot for tuning in. Wednesday night main event. Well, indeed, we keep talking about a manager who had the HWA, and we want to tell you callers, 749-1360, star 1360 on Ameritech, or www.mainevent.net if you're on the internet. But I want to, he's in the house, GQ Masters III.
GQ, it has been a long time.
D'Lo, what's happening, my brother?
How you doing, my man?
Hey, baby, nothing quite like hearing a familiar voice, you know.
Last time I saw you, where the heck were we? We were in,
Don't say it, man.
Well, okay, I'll keep that quiet there, but,
that part of my career is top secret.
Okay, we'll keep that quiet.
You know, D, hey, pretty good, man. And, you know, I heard you, giving all those compliments to Les Thatcher, being, your guiding light through the formative part of your career. But, everybody knows, strictly between you and I and everybody out there in Radio Land, you're just kissing a little butt, brother, because you know GQ got you where you are, don't you?
Well, G, if we're going to talk on the down low here, what you did to me and what you did for my career is second to none. And, Les was the booker, the matchmaker, but you were the man behind the man. I'll just let you know that.
Hey, and it's great that you've let everybody know that, D'Lo, because you have finally verified everything I've been telling people for years, and that is, you're the man, baby.
Oh, thank you very much. No, you the man.
It's say D's going to say, and would you send me a plane ticket? I can come down and hang out in Miami, too.
Right, brother. I live in Miami. Come on down.
No doubt about that, man. It's no secret also, you were the first HWA heavyweight champion, and quite honestly, what that obviously means is that is a stepping stone to the WWF, wouldn't you say?
I would definitely say it is. It was not long after I was the HWA champion. I think a matter of 10, 11 months. I was in the World Wrestling Federation competing with the greatest athletes in the world, and the HWA was definitely my step in that direction.
See what you mean by that, man.
Yeah, D'Lo, we're talking about HWA guys, headbangers too at the same time.
The headbangers were there.
That's right.
There was some hellacious talent in the HWA. There still is incredible talent in the HWA. For the best in mad action, if you want to see the HWA, you come out and see one of the shows and just see what I'm talking about, what Les Thatcher is telling you about for I don't know how long.
Right now, we're going to have to take a break. We got D'Lo Brown in the house. You folks hang on. It's All Sports 1360 Homer.
Face the Orioles Sunday night at 7:45 here on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Our deals are getting so good, you just can't afford to wait any longer. Hi, I'm Barb Nolan of John Nolan Ford. Rebates from Ford of $1,000 and low APR financing arranged by us at 0.9%. That's right, 0.9, less than 1%. Now, it's not like you'll find with our competition, one or the other. At John Nolan Ford, you'll get both, rebates and low APR. And here's another deal. If you lease 24 or 36 months, we'll make your first payment up to $500. As I've been telling you, when better deals are made, they'll be made here at John Nolan Ford. And we'll top it off with the best service you'll ever receive with a new car or truck. Donate your application to 631-2000 or stop in today. Ridge Road, exit 8 off I-71 across from Biggs.
Hello, and welcome to Movie Line. If you know the name of the movie you would like to see, press 1 now. To browse through current movie titles and previews, press 2 now. If you are having a hard time deciding which PC to buy, press 3 now. Oh, I'm sorry, but choosing a PC could never be this easy.
Au contraire, Mr. Movie Guy, choosing the right PC can be that easy. Now that Intel has a family of processors designed for your personal tastes. If you're a stickler for great performance, the Pentium 2 processor will put you in command of today's and tomorrow's software. Or if exceptional value combined with Intel dependability is what you're looking for, the Intel Celeron processor is your best pick. But you don't have to choose now. Just stop by your local computer retailer, PC manufacturer's website, or Intel product dealer for a preview of Intel's family of processors. Then you'll know for sure which one is right for you.
All Sports 1360. Over.
Hello, I'm the Xerox DocuPrint P12 personal laser printer. I print this message out, but hey, this is radio. I'm a very fast laser printer, 12 pages per minute. There's unlimited toll-free support, and in most areas, there's Xerox on-site service. Talk about without work. I'm just $6.99.99 at CBW.
He's local.
Viagra, not for a studly guy like me, baby.
And he's ready to take your call.
It's the Wild Man.
Mornings from 9 to noon.
Here on All Sports 1360.
Homer.
Hey, we're back on All Sports 1360 here, Homer. This is the Wednesday night main event. We've got a special guest, WWS D'Lo Brown in the house. D'Lo, you remember Patrick Black, our ring announcer at the HWA?
Yes, I do. How are you doing, Patrick?
Hey, what's up, D'Lo?
What's going on, man? Long time no talk, too.
Definitely. How's it feel to be European champion?
It's the greatest thing I've ever done in professional wrestling. Let me just tell you that now.
All right. We have some questions from our email. That's www.mainevent.net. This question is from Daryl in New Zealand. When is the WWF going to be touring there again?
I don't know, but I've always wanted to come to New Zealand. So there's been rumors that we're going to do New Zealand, but it's been rumors since I've come to the World Wrestling Federation almost 2 years ago. So I can't tell you. I wish we'd go there soon, though.
And also, his second question is this. If there was any wrestler from WCW you'd like to wrestle, who would it be?
Let's beat the hell out of Goldberg.
Might as well start at the top and work your way down, right?
Right. You got to stop at the top.
And also, we have another one from, this guy calls himself Maximum Respect. Les, I have no idea where he came up with that.
Maximum Respect. Okay, let's hear it.
This is from Niagara Falls, Canada. What country are you from this week?
I'm from Norway. Norway. Where? Somewhere in Norway.
Somewhere in Norway?
Yeah.
Oslo.
I was from Oslo last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's actually south of Jersey, isn't it, D'Lo?
Hey, maybe it's like Lima. I mean...
You used to be from there, too.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
And
Sam.
how long will it take you to grab the WWF Championship?
If I have to put my word about it, it'll happen tomorrow. But give me a little time. Let me find a little more of a stroke, a little more of a niche, and pretty soon you'll be saying the World Wrestling Federation champion, D'Lo Brown.
So now that you're reunited with GQ, so you and him going to play phone tag for a while and try to figure out ways to do this?
Yeah, GQ may
Hey, it looks like...
tips.
Hey, D'Lo, it looks as if, you might need another leader of the nation. And, with my influence, man, we can make this thing a team effort, you know what I'm saying?
True. I mean, you being the silent partner and all, D'Lo Brown could be the new leader of the nation.
There you go, baby.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, well, I heard you. That's all that counts.
Nobody can bob their head like you, brother.
Hey. That's my next bob there. Don't talk about that.
Listen, we got another caller here. Line 1, Tim from Fort Wright. You're on All Sports 1360. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's
up?
So, I just had a question. Do you think you'll be joining the WWF, WCW soon, or what's going on with your future plans?
He is in the WWF.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's European champion.
European champion. Where you haven't been watching Monday Night TV?
I think you better recognize you better watch USA Network on Monday night.
What's this I hear about Goldberg? You think you can beat Goldberg? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, Jesus. Come on. One bald guy, another bald guy. Come on. Next question.
No more. I don't know. This whole Goldberg thing, I think he's the man.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Next question.
All right. D'Lo's done with that. You got something else for him, Timmy?
No, I'm done.
Hey, we appreciate it, brother.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks for tuning us in. D, when you first went to WWF, it was, you wanted a job. You were willing to start in the preliminaries, and then all of a sudden, bam, you turned around. You've got the European title. You've got a new home. You got a new contract. Have you really sat down and thought about this, or is you still spinning for you?
Les, I'm still spinning. I mean, first thing I know, I'm coming in the nation. I'm coming in the World Wrestling Federation, basically the same job I had in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Coming in as bodyguard for Farouk. And next thing I know, I'm getting put in matches. Next thing you know, I'm winning matches. And next thing you know, I'm champion. And along those lines, I get a brand new home in a brand new condo. And my whole way of life has changed. And it is still spinning.
Hey, there's a new lady in your life, too, right?
There's a new, lovely lady in my life. Her name is Jennifer, and she is the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. European title, World Wrestling Federation, I'll take a back seat to the woman I'm looking at right now.
Even GQ Masters a third?
GQ, you know, he's my man and all. Doesn't hold a candle to my baby.
Oh, man.
I'm sure she's happy to hear that.
You just said good answer.
Yeah. Well, she must be special then.
She is the most special one.
Hey, you know, a guy that you grew up with, a buddy of yours, and that's how I met him, Tommy Carter, Reckless Youth. Now,
yes.
a lot of the fans in this area would know because he hasn't made TV or anything, but he's a tremendous little cruiserweight. And I'm hearing rumors that there's a chance that he may get a contract with WWF. You know anything about that?
Last thing I saw, he had a tryout in Philadelphia about 3 months ago. An incredible tryout. Kid there and just impressed everyone in the upper office. And if you haven't heard of him, and for those who are online, they've probably seen his website. They've probably heard of him. But if you haven't heard of him, the Reckless Youth is probably the greatest light heavyweight the Northeast and maybe the United States has to offer. And when you do get a chance to see him, you'll be impressed.
Yeah, Tommy's come a long way in a short time. I remember running into him at a little show in Lima the first time I met him.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Just a little kid, scared to shake your hand because you're the great Les Thatcher. He was just happy to be there.
The great Les Thatcher.
The great Les Thatcher. Hey, Les Thatcher's the man.
Oh, don't you guys start.
The Reckless Youth was there. Tommy Carter was just scared, happy to be there, just willing to shake Les's hand. And you know, now 2 years later, here he is. He's on the brink of something huge.
And, of course, it's the only thing, you know, a lot of young guys, of course, you know, we've got our training camp, and a lot of young guys call and say, what's it take? Now, you're a young guy who's made it, and I think, obviously, the basics is hard work, right?
Without a doubt, it's hard work and it's good attitude. You've got to go in there, and you've got to be willing to work harder than anyone else in the building.
You know, I remember as a kid myself, when I first started in the business, and first time I worked for a big promotion, I walk in this dressing room, I look around, and I see all these guys that I used to buy tickets to see, and I'm thinking, man, sit in the corner and shut up. And
Right.
Were you nervous?
Oh, let me tell you something. The first time I walked in the Wrestling Federation locker room, there's the Road Warriors sitting on one side. There's Steve Austin. There's The Undertaker. I mean, there's Bret Hart. There's Shawn Michaels. There's Hunter R. Assembly. There's the up-and-coming Rocky Maivia at the time. I was scared, sensitive. I'm sitting in the locker room, sitting in a corner going, do I belong here? What am I doing here? And do I need to buy a ticket to get in here again? I was scared. I didn't even know if I belonged.
You don't have that question in your mind any longer, though, do you?
You know what? Now there's some kid coming in the locker room now, and he's mentioning my name alongside those. And to me, that's the greatest thing.
And of course, you found it out, and finding it out more and more every day. The higher up you get in this thing, the more the pressure is.
Oh, without a doubt, Pete. You know, when I first came in here, it wasn't a bit of pressure on you. There's nothing. Next thing I know, you're thrusted in the spotlight. Okay, we'll be honest here. You're thrusted into the head-to-head hour of Raw versus Nitro. And when you know you're going head-to-head with the other company live on TV, you've got to go out and put on the best match you've ever done. Without a doubt, you've got to put on a better show than you know they're putting on. And the pressure is intense. It is sometimes more difficult than the match. It's hard. I'll tell you that right now, Les. And you've been there.
Yes.
You've competed at that level where you're competing against not only the fans, but the opposition and the other guys in the locker room. There's a lot of pressure, especially for a young guy.
That's right. And every night, it's not what you did for me last night, but what can you do for me again tonight, right?
It's what are you going to do tonight and what are you going to do tomorrow night? It doesn't matter. I don't care if you have a 5-star match last night. What are you going to do tonight?
I think that WWF is actually it's a smaller roster of the two companies, but with yourself, Edge, Gangrel, guys like that, I think they're developing some tremendous talent. And for the most part, that was never the forte of WWF. 10, 15 years ago, they never developed talent. They were hiring talent that other people had developed. And now, with the group of young guys, including yourself, I just mentioned, I think they've got some very strong potential in the future.
Well, I think Vince is a visionary. He is not only, competing today, but what he's developing underneath, he's competing for 2, 3, 4 years from now. I mean, you got young guys like myself, Val Venus, Ed, Gangrel, the Headbangers, even Rocky and Hunter. Our average age of our underneath guys is 25, 26. The average age down south is about 32, 33. I mean, we've got 5 years on everyone down there. We're a younger company, and we have the bigger potential for the longer haul.
Let me ask you a question. Every time we've had a WWF person on here, some fan has usually called in and brought this up, so might as well ask you about it too. The direction that WWF's going, more adult-oriented programming. How do you feel about that?
I think it's good because adults make the money. I'm sorry, but 8, 10 year, 11-year-old kid doesn't make $40,000, $50,000 a year. The 18 to 32 age bracket does. And if we cater to those age brackets, then guess what? They're going to bring their 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old kid with them, so we hit both ends of the spectrum.
Of course, you're a man, I've got to mention this to the people listening, it is not, you have no children. So we were talking to, we had Mick Foley on a couple weeks ago, and Mick was mentioning about, the sexual oriented part of the thing that, he was a little embarrassed by it and he didn't want his children to see it.
You're right. It may make a difference if I had a child who was watching the show. If I had the 8 or 10, 11-year-old kid, it would make a difference in my view. But as being, someone who has no children, I would venture to say, to me, the sexual content doesn't bother me.
And believe me, I understand at your age. When I was there, brother, and starting to climb, you're having so much fun, things are going good. Hey, just go for the ride, right?
At 26 years old, I'm at the top of my game. I have the best job in the world, and you wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
There you go. We got to take a break. All Sports 1360, Homer. We're back on All Sports 1360 Homer, and this is the Wednesday night main event. Les Thatcher, Patrick Black, Dr. Love, DQ Masters in the house, and our very, very special guest, D'Lo Brown. Doc Love, I think you got something you'd like to ask D'Lo?
Well, go ahead, Doc.
We caught him, I'm not sure what we caught him doing. Okay, we're past on Doc Love. We're going to line 1.
So if you bring the beer, any additional protection of any kind, I need it for my own protection. I can't even comment on it. I just need it. My doctor says I need it. That's all I can say about that.
Just remember, D'Lo, a great wrestler at one time, Bob Orton Jr., wore a cast on his arm for about 2 years. So I think there's nothing wrong with what you're doing, D'Lo. You're just taking the thinking man's approach to this
injury. And remember, Greg the Hammer Valentine broke his shin and wore the shin guard for, Jesus, almost
longer than that, yeah.
Iron Mike Sharp.
Iron Mike Sharp wore his forearm protector. If you have an injury, you need to protect it,